Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Savannah Smiles. So I feel like it's been a while since I've actually sat down and done a Q&A without there being a theme. I know like previously I've done the surgery one, Vegas, a Halloween themed one. I know there's others, I just can't remember right now. But anyways, I feel like it's been a while since I've done just like an Ask Me Anything without there being a specific theme to it. I honestly, the last one I remember doing is in like April of last year, which is now April again. So it's been probably about a year. I'm probably wrong on that date, but I think it's been about a year and I'm really excited to get into it. So let's do it. So we got this first one from Sam_Stephenson25 who wrote, how are you? I'm doing overall really good. I'm trying to get back into the groove of things since taking time off for my surgery. In terms of my normal job, I'm good, but in terms of the channel, I feel like it's something you don't really understand until you're a content creator, but when you don't film consistently like how you had been doing for a week or two, it's really, really hard to get back into it. So we have this next question, which is a channel member question because all of my channel members get 2 Q&A submissions that says, most important question, how are you doing since the surgery? I'm actually doing really well. The doctor says I'm ahead of the recovery curve, which is really, really good. And I actually started physical therapy yesterday. So we have this next one from JustinCummings.nm who wrote, how tall are you? I'm one of those really weird heights where I'm like either the tall one in the group or I'm just kind of average depending on who I'm around. I stand at about 5'6" to 5'7", somewhere in there, but just for simplicity's sake, I always go with 5'6". So we have this next question, which is also a channel member question from Cecily Tudor, who wrote, what's your favorite book and genre? So my favorite book is actually The Great Gatsby, and my favorite genre is mystery. I know that those two don't line up, but The Great Gatsby is an amazing book. So we got this next one from 3Damien6, who wrote, beach or pool? I know we're out in Vegas, but I am definitely still a beach person, but I do love a good pool. So we have this next one from TunaFishy14 who wrote, what are your favorite things to cook? So my favorite thing to cook is steak. I have been getting increasingly better every single time I do it at searing the outside but leaving the inside medium rare, which is heaven to me. This next one is from Kayla M Volleyball and she wrote, what's your favorite thing to bake? So definitely cookies is one of my favorite things to bake because I feel like things like cakes or cupcakes are really sweet. Definitely when it comes to cookies though, my favorite thing to bake is peanut butter cookies. Mauricio_918__ wrote, which video did you have the most fun filming and why? That's a really hard question. Let me think for a second. The hard part for me with this one is that I've done over 90 videos on the channel and I've definitely made well over 100 because sometimes I film and edit a video and I hate it. Probably for right now, and this is because I remember the ones that I filmed most recently, what that experience was like. Probably my boyfriend picks out my clothes where Graham and I went shopping and then he picked out outfits for me and then I bought them and then I reviewed them on the channel. I actually forgot to film that video for a little bit and the clothes just sat in bags in my closet. So then once I went to go pull them out, they were kind of surprises for me. So it was really fun to get those reactions on camera, and also just there were so many clothes in there that I wouldn't have picked out. Also, one of the ones that I'd count as like most fun to film would be another recent video, and I think I'm only thinking of recent videos just because I remember the whole filming process a little bit better, would probably be a day in a life of a millionaire's girlfriend vlog. I had a lot of fun with that one. Sometimes when I vlog a day, it feels like I can get kind of pulled back from the day, and this is why I don't vlog constantly. I kind of feel like it can pull me out of living in the moment. And then also just like if I were to vlog everything constantly and try to make every day more exciting than the one before, I would kind of lose my ability to be grounded. I think like commonly you see this with really big vloggers, and I'm not saying this for every vlogger, but sometimes you see them lose kind of touch with reality because they're trying to make every single day more interesting than the one before. And in reality, no matter who you are, every single day of your life is not going to be interesting. But that was one that filming, I felt like I was completely completely in the moment and I had so much fun with. There was never a point where I was like, I'm actually not living in the moment. I'm just paying attention to the footage I'm capturing of my life instead of actually living it. So that one was a lot of fun for me because it just felt like I was entirely present through the whole day, even though it captured pretty much every interesting thing that happened. So that one was a lot of fun for me too. We got this next one from Sal Obo, who wrote, what's your favorite part about Las Vegas and what do you miss most about California? My favorite part about Las Vegas is how relaxing and how focused I can be here. I can kind of just shut myself off in a room and focus on whatever project I'm working on or just get time to myself to relax. I don't hear ambulances, loud cars, sirens, airplanes overhead at all hours of the day, which really helps me stay focused on whatever project I'm working on and helps me stay relaxed, except for those beepings from the doors opening and closing to the exterior. That can kind of pull me out of the moment a little bit, but minor distraction. Anyways, my favorite part about California though is definitely just being close to loved ones. I don't have like lifelong friends out here in Vegas. I'm definitely getting my own group out here, but nothing will ever be able to replace out here the feeling of being close to my family. So we got this next one from Olivia SZYMK, who wrote, does Bailey, dog emoji, like car rides? So she was pretty much taken in long car rides right away from when we got her. So she's always been really good in the car. Pretty much right away when she gets in the car, she will lay down and sleep. And she does this for like 98% of the drive, only getting up if she hears like a loud motorcycle or a car horn. So the next question is from Michael period 0711, who wrote, how do you like your new job? So I actually love my new job. For those of you who don't know, I have a part-time job that I do in addition to doing YouTube full-time that is 20 to 30 hours a week and completely on my own schedule, which has been absolutely amazing for me so far. I think definitely one of the best parts of it is that it does pay well, and I do get the freedom to still work on the channel. They know I have the channel, and just there's this nice flow with me for work. So it's been an absolute dream and I love it so much. So we got this next one from Al Allier 19, who wrote, someone gifts you $1 million, but you must spend it and not save/invest it. What do you buy? The first thing that comes to mind is 1,000% get my dad a luxury car. My dad worked so much when I was a kid to provide for me and my mom and my sister and my brother, and he was still simultaneously there for us. And honestly, my dad was such an amazing parent, and I aspire to even be half the parent that he was for me growing up. There was times that he wouldn't have slept in like over 20 hours or 24 hours, or would pull 2 12-hour shifts in a row and then drive himself to my soccer games, my cross-country meets, and still show up and cheer for me and be as pleasant as possible. And then he would go back home and sleep 2 to 3 hours and then go right back to work. There were so many times he did that, and he did not need to do that to be there for me as a kid, but I appreciated it so much. And I know he always feels like he wasn't able to be there for us, but he was beyond what any other person would have done in that situation. He's never treated himself to anything nice. He's still driving the same car that he's had for the last 12 years that's incredibly beat up, and it's just running on its last fumes. So if I got $1 million, I would 100%, the first thing I do is go buy my dad a really nice car, so that way I could do something nice back for him for all of the times that he was there for me. And he didn't have to be. I know something as small as that wouldn't ever repay that, but that's something I'd really want to do, is to get him something really, really nice. The second thing that comes to mind is, and I hope that this isn't counted as investing it because it's not me buying a house, but I would pay off my parents' mortgage. The next thing I think of is also my grandparents. I know they still have a mortgage, and I would 100% go pay that off for them so that way they could retire. In terms of the rest of it, I don't know how much would be left over. Probably get us like a really, really sick, tricked out van for van life, and start taking a lot of vacations with Graham, with my family, and just my friends, and travel and see the world. So we got this next one from Bethany Catherine Cross. Oh wait, Ross. Sorry, it's this Ross. How do you like your new hair color? Well, I liked it when it was purple, and now there's some parts that are blonde sticking out, and this color, I do not like it. If it was all this color, maybe I'd feel different, but since it's like half washed in, half washed out, I hate it. Okay, so we got this next one from Jackson Taylor _Duxbury, who wrote, "What's the strangest thing you, not Graham, have done to save money?" So I didn't realize this was weird until someone else pointed it out, but anytime I'm given a gift in like a gift bag, I save the tissue paper and the bag to reuse later. I just thought like, you know, they're expensive, why not reuse it? But apparently that's not very common, and I get a lot of weird stares when I do this, but yeah, I save all that stuff. Hands period 6 wrote, Steph Family with a PH or Steph Family with an F. I'm trying to help those of you who just listen to YouTube like I do instead of actually watching it. Definitely for me, it's Steph Family with a PH. I feel that the F is now going to lead to further confusion on how to spell Stephan. All right, so we got this next one from PV 2002 on web, who wrote, "Why are you not collaborating on your channel with Graham?" So this person had like horrible timing. I believe my last video actually will have been with Graham, but don't attack this person because I totally get their question. I think just for me, like my ideas come and go in phases, and sometimes with Graham I can have like, we should react to this video, we should react to this one, we should do this together. And then I could go months without having an idea of some kind of video we could do together. I don't really want to just like put out content with Graham just for the sake of putting out content with Graham. I'd rather put out a good video when I actually have a good idea for a video with Graham. So we got this next question from one of my channel members, Sammy Superstar, who wrote, "Why did you start a YouTube channel?" So you guys know I am connected to quite a few prominent creators, and I had a few friends in this space who told me I'd be really good at it, and it had some qualities of a job that I would like in the future. So I said, you know what? Let me give it a shot. I ended up continuing doing it, not really because it had the job qualities for me that I wanted, of like being able to be creative, a flexible work schedule, a lot of independent thinking, but rather because I loved connecting with everyone, and I had so much fun with like talking to people all around the world that I probably would have never met otherwise. There's parts of doing this that aren't super pleasant, but I'd say like 98% of the time I absolutely love it. Menacing Mango wrote, "What's the strangest financial advice you've ever received?" So this person left quite a few comments on my video, and they said they could never take a girl seriously who had a car loan, which was like, okay. And then they called me dumb for having credit cards, and I was like, okay. And then they gave me the financial advice of, you should never buy a car you can't afford to pay in cash. Here's the thing though, that car was a $15,000 car. It was less than half of what I made that year. This isn't I bought a $60,000 car making $50,000 or $60,000 a year. I could have, because I had money sitting there in a brokerage account, I could have sold off some stocks and paid the car completely in cash. But instead, I took out the loan because it was a low interest loan to get the car, and just took the money that I could have spent on it and invested it. This was in November of 2019, and you guys saw what happened to the stock market in March of 2020. That money I put into the stock market instead of just paying my car completely in full has made me so much more money than the interest will ever cost me. This was like after March too, so they would have been able to see that like I made a lot more investing it. I seriously doubt that this guy has ever heard of good and bad debt, because leverage your money, dude. All right, guys, so that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I have not done a video like this in a very, very long time, so I hope you guys liked it. If you guys would like to see more Q&As in the future, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. Only 12 out of every 1,000 unique viewers I get subscribes to the channel. So Let's make that 13, why don't we? Also, if you watched it to this point, you're gonna like my other videos anyways, so you might as well press it. Don't forget to smash the YouTube algorithm for the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the smash button. Follow me on Instagram. I got my Amazon influencer page down below, which will show you all of my equipment, my nail stuff. All of that is down below. And with that said, don't forget to end